Today's review is for MyVicePal. It's an app that tells you how much alcohol is left in your blood. It allows you to track your alcohol drinking, and it also lets you know the number of calories that are in your drinks. It's a really good vice tracker, as it were. It's super handy because it has a corresponding Android Wear app, which allows you to easily add alcohol based on the kind of drink it is, and if it doesn't add up exactly to what it is you're drinking, you're able to go through and customize the drink given the percentage and the volume of liquid you're going to be drinking. Now, before you can start, obviously you're going to want to set up some units. It's going to be using pretty basic equations to work out the amount of alcohol in your blood. However, it gives you some kind of guideline, and why this is going to be so useful, especially this time of year, is there's a lot of Christmas parties going on. People are going to be driving the next morning, and this is the perfect sort of app to give you some kind of indication whether or not, because you got, you know, well and truly bladdered the night before, whether there's going to be anything left in your blood when you're driving around the next morning. And so if the coppers stop you, are you going to be done for a DUI? So here we go. I've got imperial units and SI units, and I choose between male or female, and then I add my weight there. So here on the app we've got the same as on the Android Wear device, some profiles effectively, and these will cover the majority of drinks that you're likely to be drinking. So whether it be a beer, a shot, wine, a lighter beer, or a cocktail, pretty much all alcoholic beverages fall into this category. So if we take a look at the units, I've added some drinks over the course of the day and yesterday, just playing around with the app really, and you can see that we've got all of these drinks here. If you click on detailed, it'll give you some more information here, including the total number of calories, the maximum blood alcohol concentration as well. So this unit up here is 0.12%, and that is BAC, so that's blood alcohol content, or blood alcohol concentration. In the UK, the drink driving limit right now is 0.08%. So that means 80 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood. Underneath this is the number of calories that have been consumed in alcohol. It's just really a guideline to keep you on track, and so you know how much you're actually drinking. Remember, blood alcohol concentration is only going to be used should you have failed a breath test. You certainly don't want to be relying on this app or any other app like this, or any arbitrary calculations to tell you an exact figure for driving. It's not super accurate. It's just using arbitrary equations, and if you've had a really heavy night the night before, just don't drink don't drive the next morning at all. So let's add a few drinks to this. So I'm going to do it via here. 5% beer. Remember, I can change this if I like, but that looks roughly what it would be. I'm going to add a beer now, and that figure's now turned to a much higher concentration up there, much higher calories. It's now almost 3 AM before I'll be at 0. And let's add another drink, and you can see that that time is ever increasing. If I add, let's say we're going to have a whiskey, add another shot there, we're at almost 6 AM in the morning, and so we could easily be driving around even after finishing our last drink at sort of 6 PM in the evening. Now, getting this app out in a pub, nightclub, or Christmas party situation is going to be a little bit cumbersome, and so what you're going to want to do is use the Android Wear app. And so it's got a similar setup to before. Unfortunately, these aren't sticky when you do alter the profiles on the phone app itself, and so you're going to need to change it if you need to on the watch each time. But you'll see we've got the standard profiles as before, and we've got the ability to change those profiles in here as well. Now, upon trying to add a drink, so let's say I'm going to have another shot, it gives me some feedback. Okay, over here this gets updated, blood alcohol level also gets updated. You can see we're well over drink driving now, and the time's now past 6 AM in the morning, before we'd be any good to drive. I almost forgot to mention that routinely the app will give you a notification. It'll vibrate. It'll be on your phone, but of course it'll also be on your Android Wear device. It actually tells you your blood alcohol concentration at that moment in time. So that's a really handy thing, especially when you're out and about and you don't want to be getting your phone out of your pocket. There it is, right there, and you can monitor that throughout the evening, perhaps to maintain or avoid drunkenness. So all in all, this is a really useful app, I imagine. I haven't used it in practice yet, but just I stumbled across it, thought Christmas, perfect. If you're going to Christmas parties, get up the next morning and drive for work. This will give you some kind of idea. If you're anywhere near that kind of zero zone, you certainly should be. And if you're not, maybe then you could take the bus or get a lift in. And so, like I say, it's a great app, MyVicePal. It's totally free. It's on the Android Wear market. You should go and get it, especially if you like a drink and used to drinking in the evenings. Also, if you're looking to lose weight, it's also going to help you there as well. Thanks a lot, guys. I've been Daz with Review as usual. We're over 400 subscribers now, so that's super awesome, and I hope the success will continue. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, there's a little button up there. Feel free to press it. Cheers. Bye bye.